Trying to save time configuring the look and style of your page elements? The Styles option can help speed things up by setting page-wide defaults for fonts, colors, and more. Let's get started. Within the landing page or site builder, look for the Styles option with a paintbrush icon on the left-hand navigation, and click to open the settings panel. Please note, if you're editing these styles in a site, it will apply to all pages within your site. These styles set a default that the page will use, but you can always individually customize a widget to something unique if you don't want it to use the page styling defaults that you've set. The first Buttons tab contains style settings for the button widgets on your page. Here you can modify the style, the shape, color, and font settings for both a primary and a secondary version. Be sure to click the Save button at the top of the Style panel once you've customized it to your desired look. Any new button widgets that you add to the page after customizing these options will populate with these styles. Existing buttons on the page can be set to the page style by clicking on it within the page layout, and then selecting Primary or Secondary to assign the style. Next, the Fonts tab allows you to set page-wide font size and colors for H1, H2, and H3 headline sizes, and for normal text. Roll open the details by clicking on the arrow next to Headlines or Normal Text to access the font selection, sizing, and coloration options. As you make changes to these settings, you will see the text on your page change to the new styles. To change a text widget between the styles you've set for headline types or normal text, click on the widget on the page layout, and in the Type section of the settings pop-up, select an option from the drop-down. The Background tab will let you set a background color or image that goes behind the entire page. An example where this is useful is if you're trying to create a parallax effect on your page where a background image stays stationary while the page content scrolls over it. Say I want this hero image of food to be stationary in the background instead of scrolling with the hero section. I can select a background image in the styles, and then remove the section background for the hero section by editing the section settings. You can see as I scroll up and down the page that the image does not move while the page content passes over it. In addition to setting an image or color, there are other settings as well to modify how your selection is sized, the position, or if you have an overlay on the image to help fade it slightly and make text on top of it easier to read. The page width setting will control how wide the widgets you add to your page are allowed to spread to the left and right, whether that be in a smaller column down the center, or spreading out closer to the edge of the browser window. The Extend a Section Backgrounds toggle allows the background images or colors of each section to extend to the edge of the browser window, or only as wide as the page width setting allows. Favicons are small images that appear in the Browser tab next to your page name. The favicon image must be a square image, either 16 by 16, 32 by 32, or 64 by 64 pixels. The image must also be either a .png or .ico file type. Clicking on Add Image will display any images uploaded to your account that meet this criteria for selection. If your image is not displayed, make sure it is the exact dimensions and file type required. Lastly, the CSS tab is where custom CSS code can be input. Simply toggle the Enable Custom CSS switch and then enter any desired code. We automatically wrap the code in style tags, so you don't need to add those at the beginning and end. You may need to preview or update your page to see any custom additions applied to your page. Please note that we do not provide support for custom CSS coding, so if you do experience any issues, try disabling custom CSS to see if that fixes your page. To learn more about our page style options, check out the help article below, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support team. Thanks for watching.